Marques Brownlee, MKBHD, is getting a bad rap right now. With this week, more than ever, a growing number of people calling him a hypocrite, saying that he is loving to rip apart these companies and products. But I just gotta start off by saying, one, it is not Marques's fault that several horrible products have been released so close together, especially with these last two being in the same industry, right? Focused on AI, which probably speaks to them being rushed out to market, and he's just doing his job as a reviewer. Or he's a tech reviewer, not a tech glazer. And specifically, this whole mess, right, involves that humane AI pin that we talked about the other week and Rabbit R1 now. Because he put out a review this week of the Rabbit R1 and he called it barely reviewable. You know, it's this little box that you carry around in your pocket. You can ask it questions. You can navigate it with a scroll wheel, which was also one of his biggest complaints, where he found the scroll to be frustrating and time consuming, that it would be faster with a touchscreen. And it actually is a touchscreen, just with limited use. Or you could type on it as a touchscreen, but that's where the functionality started and ended. You know, a lot of the other criticisms he had about the R1 were similar to those of the humane AI pin, right? It often got things wrong. It had a bad battery life. It was missing basic features like alarms and calendars. It also only connected to a handful of popular apps. And while more are coming down the line, it's already been botching the few that it uses now, right? Screwing up people's DoorDash orders or playing the wrong song on Spotify. With all of this playing into a pattern in tech that he's found frustrating for consumers.
A lot of these tech companies are developing tech kind of backwards. Like, they're delivering such unfinished products that it actually makes them nearly impossible to review. Like, it feels like it used to just be make the thing and then put it on sale. Now it's like, put it on sale and then deliver the half-baked thing and then iterate and make it better, and hopefully with enough updates, then it's ready and it's what we promised way back when we first started selling it.
Right. MKBHD saying this happens with video games, with cars, but the AI assistant trend, it seems to be the apex of this problem.
The thing that you get at the beginning is like borderline non-functional compared to all the promises and all the features and all the things that it's supposed to maybe someday be.
And again, even though he was in no way the only person or reviewer bringing up all these concerns, people still decided to slam Marques specifically for his negative review. With one person saying if MKBHD decided his initial videos were, quote, barely reviewable instead of posting and iterating, would he be where he is today? And including one of his very, very old videos. Which I just have to say, this is one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen on the internet. Like, I hope you feel shame, but I doubt that you will, because you do not seem smart enough to even know how to spell the word shame. How are you comparing a guy, or really a kid, at the time he started posting videos for free to YouTube, to a company that is publicly selling a $200 product to consumers? A product that has almost been universally panned. These are not the same thing, you dumb donkey. Though a silver lining here is I am happy to see that I'm not the only one with this feeling. With plenty of people coming to Marques's defense, saying things like, consumers are sick of rushed, half-baked products released early for the interest of investors. Good on him for consistently keeping it real. I mean, fuck. You even had people at Rabbit responding mostly very kindly to him, with one person saying his honest feedback is cool, but also defending the company by saying the industry is in the early stages and it has to move fast to keep things improving for customers. And the company's CEO thanking Marques, saying they look forward to him potentially revisiting the product someday. Right, and as all of this was playing out, you also had a ton of people asking Rabbit why this device isn't just an app, arguing that it would just make more logistical and financial sense. And actually, with that, there are allegations that it functionally is, with a seeing Android Authority claiming Rabbit R1 seems to run Android under the hood, and the entire interface users interact with is powered by a single Android app. Also saying someone shared the device's launcher Android application package with the outlet, and with some tinkering, they were able to install it on an Android phone. And saying they were even able to ask it a question as though they were using the real Rabbit R1 hardware. Though notably, the outlet also said it didn't test any other functions and wouldn't be surprised if other tools didn't work. Though also with this, you had Rabbit shooting back to say the R1 is not an Android app, claiming this is just a misunderstanding and that Rabbit runs on the cloud with a very bespoke Android open source project and lower level firmware modifications. Whereas TechRadar tried to translate, the R1's real juice is in the cloud rather than an on-device app. But you know, with all this, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here?